some legal issues, if they can ask like company policies and all, so we don't ask. If there are other questions, I will send it to you. No issues.
Okay. Sure. Done.
Okay. So, hello guys. Here we are. Welcome to another episode of the InstaHire Roundtable. And today we have a very special episode on AI and automation. And we have Prafulla with us. So, before we start, let us discuss about the topic. So, it is AI and automation, the new vanguard of talent acquisition. And let me introduce Prafulla Deori. He's the head of talent acquisition, the APAC region at CradlePoint, which is a part of Ericsson. So, hi Prafulla, welcome to the InstaHire Roundtable, and a brief introduction about you and what CradlePoint is building and what you are building at CradlePoint. So, over to you, Prafulla.
Sure. First of all, grateful to you, Sir Posite and InstaHire for the invitation to participate in this roundtable. And just quick introduction about myself. So I was born in a small place called Majuli, Assam, which is known for world's largest river island. Then I did my schooling in Sibsagar, then moved to Dibrugarh to do my 11th, 12th, then moved to Dehradun to do my engineering, then did my MBA from Bangalore University in marketing and HR. So before professional work experience, I have done lots and lots of odd jobs. So I just wanted to share those as well, right? After my 10th, I also tried to did some tuitions, some part-time jobs. While preparing from IIT and AIEEE, I worked as a security guard, worked in KFC, then worked with a company name called Aptera, which is a KPO. Then during my MBA days, I was working as a sales rep, selling Metro cash and card to customers.
Okay, great. I think you have a great journey and you have seen a lot of people through different state of life.
Yes.
So with that, I start off the first question for you. So a little bit more about your journey from childhood to becoming a talent acquisition expert. A little bit, you want to shed some light on that? So
Sure. Definitely. So as I've already mentioned, right, I did my 10th and 12th from Assam itself, then moved to Dehradun to do my engineering because all parents want their child to become engineer or doctor. But once I did that, I realized that I am engineering is not my cup of tea, right? So I went and I did MBA, and post MBA, I realized that I like talking to people, right?
Okay.
So when I fell in love with HR, and in HR there are lots and lots of things to do. So I was not aware what to do exactly, right? So I start my career with a consulting firm called Joint Group. So where I work as a fresher, learned working with them. Initial, it was a 6 months duration training. So post training, I was among one of the top performer there. So I started connecting with clients, connecting with candidates, learned how to source profiles and all those things. Then after that, I moved to a company name called Adobe. In Adobe, initially it was a temp role. It was a 6 months temp role. So when I got this offer, lots of my friends told that don't join contract role or don't join temp role. So, but somewhere deep inside my heart, I felt like I should take that risk, right? So I joined as a temp. Then after joining, there was a project which was to hire 250 engineers across India in 6 months duration. So
that's very difficult actually.
And at the time, along with me, there were another 4 temp recruiters or sourcer, you can say. So we all were in that project, and after 6 months, I was able to hire 100 engineers, and based on that, I got converted to a contractor role in Adobe for another 6 months. After that, I moved to a sourcer role. I worked for almost 1 year as a sourcer, then become a recruiter after working as a sourcer. And when I become recruiter, I work with multiple business units like Photoshop team, PDF team. And I was independently managing a couple of business units like PPU and Cloud Tech and all those things. Then after working for 5 years, I realized that it's all all the things I have done with all the business unit I have worked with, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to explore. Then I have started working with a company name called Cloudera, where
Okay.
I joined as a senior recruiter, moved to a lead recruiter. I was managing campus hiring, plus I was working for engineering hiring, plus support hiring for there. And parallelly, I was preparing for managerial role as well. I started some of the courses from IM Bangalore, how to become a first time manager and all. And at that time, CradlePoint was just entering India market, and they were setting up their entity. And one of my referral leader, he reached out to me and told them, hey, there is a company, they are setting up their entity and they wanted to hire a manager talent acquisition.
Okay.
So I joined as a first employee in Cradle
Okay.
Center,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, until date we have near about like 200 plus people, right?
Acha.
So just to give you just about CradlePoint, we are part of Ericsson company.
Mm-hmm.
We got acquired in the year 2000, I think 20.
Acha.
And the reason why Ericsson acquired us is they wanted to enter into enterprise networking space,
Okay.
wireless, right? CradlePoint is a US-based company. Headquarters is in Boise, Idaho. It's
Mm.
it's into mostly wireless networking space, and it has been in the market for almost 16, 17 years, right?
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, so far so good. We hired lots of engineering folks from across different companies.
So, what is the strength now in CradlePoint India?
So it's 200 plus in India
Sorry.
center. So me and my team are also responsible for hiring across APAC.
Great, great. So, Prafulla, looking at your journey from Adobe and then to Cloudera and then building CradlePoint, like you were the first guy to build the team, the talent acquisition team. So, how do you think that AI is reshaping traditional talent acquisition processes? So, what you have seen, say, a decade back at some of the companies which you have worked for and versus now. So how do you think AI is reshaping traditional talent acquisition processes?
Okay, so if we talk about like what traditional TA process look like, right? So starting from creating a resume manually,
Hmm.
right? Then posting it in multiple job boards, like in the
Okay.
career sites, in the ATS tool, whichever every company use, then in LinkedIn or other places. Then after that, once we post it, we try to source, we try to screen, then we try to reach out to the candidate via emails or emails, right? Then
Hmm.
after that, we try to the shortlisted candidates get interview scheduled. Then we try to do follow-up calls, then offer process, then onboarding. Currently,
Okay.
with the use of AI, lots of these traditional things are which are quite repetitive are being automated, right? For example, we have multiple platforms where we can just go and create a JD job description in just couple of minutes, right? And there are multiple AI tool which will help us in resume screening as well. Just to give you an example, even in LinkedIn, if we search for profile, it will provide some of the uh, like profile which we are looking for, some recommendation and all those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So similarly, there are AI tools which are used for engagement with the candidates, like the chatbots and all,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
throughout this candidate journey, the chatbots also can use for personalizing messages and all. Which again, like if you see in LinkedIn, also when we reach out to candidates, we
Hmm.
try to send AI personalized message based on each candidate to get more responses and all, right? And again, these days, interview process is again during the screening call, AI is used.
Mm-hmm.
During the whole interview process, also AI is used, right? Different models of AIs are used.
So I think the next question will be like so we are using a lot of AI that is there, and we are using a lot of tools, but like talent acquisition is also a gut process, like where
Yes,
you find
yes,
out
yes.
this guy will be the right person or that that person with the right person. So how do you think, Prafulla, what is the key consideration in balancing these AI tools which we use on a day-to-day basis with the human decision making in recruitment? So how do we balance that?
Yes, yes.
Maybe
So
there will be a lot of bias and all that things will creep in. So yeah, over to you.
yes, yes. So definitely these AI tools are there to support us, right? So
Uh-huh.
they definitely can take all the things which we human do. For
Okay.
example, that you have mentioned about the gut feeling, right?
Mm.
AI can't do that gut feeling thing, right? Whether this candidate will be joining us or not. We as a
Mm.
human can do that based on a discussion, based on our
Yes.
previous experiences, right?
Mm.
And if something is off, we get to know that, right?
Red
So
flags. Yes.
similarly, for AI tool, it will take quite a long time,
Mm.
right? For balancing the AI tools and human decision things and all. Just to give you an example, right? AI is still in its initial stage,
Mm.
right? AI is like a baby currently in the recruitment industry, right? Everyone is just trying to use and experiment things to check its capabilities and the potential,
Mm.
right? Again, like AI is kind of a child. If the parenting is good, AI will be good. If the
Okay.
parenting is not that great, AI may give wrong result as well, right?
Yes.
So it completely depend on the uses, how
Okay.
we human are using the AI,
Mm.
because they are learning from us, right? So
Yes.
so how we balance, we definitely have to have clear objectives.
Mm.
We have to constantly monitor how we are using AI, whether it is giving the right answer or not, uh, if it is taking some decisions, right? Whether the decision is correct or not. For example, biasness, right?
Yes.
If we
Yes.
want some unbiased decision, whether it is taking unbiased decision or not,
Yes.
those kind of things we can check. We can also check ethical consideration, right?
Mm.
So again, it depends on how the modeling has happened, right? And if we talk about like these days, lots of pilot programs and testing things are also going parallelly.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, uh, we are just trying to explore things in recruitment currently. But
Mm-hmm.
again, AI is quite new for recruitment. We are exploring. It will take quite a lot of time to reach that potential. But again, human touch will be human touch, I would say.
Okay. So, Prafulla, any example where like if you had solely depended on like a tool or an AI tool, the decision would be wrong, or like it could have impacted your kind of like the talent which you hire. Any example where it could have gone horribly wrong, but you did a human intervention to fix it? Any kind of example which you can think of?
So currently, like what initially there was some I have read some article. I don't
Okay.
recall it correctly that
Okay.
uh, there was some biasness when the modeling of AI was done, right? And
Hmm.
because of that, it was taking complete biased decision, right?
Yeah.
For similarly, like whoever have designed the AI,
Uh,
it's completely depend on him or her also, because AI
hmm.
is learning from him or her, right? So similarly, for recruitment, we are currently using it, so we don't have I haven't felt anything wrong so far.
Okay.
But again,
Okay.
I use lots and lots of chat gpt, but
Hmm.
not chat gpt give all the correct answer every time,
Yeah, yes, yes, yes.
right?
That is true. That
So
is true.
we have to see which is correct, which is wrong.
Uh, exactly. So, Prafulla, so let me ask you another very interesting question.
Yes,
So,
yes,
suppose you are asked to create a AI tool for talent acquisition.
yep.
So, what are the three things or three features which you want to provide, and why?
Okay, okay, sure, definitely. So every individual have their own journey, right? As a
Okay.
recruiting leader or as a recruiter.
Hmm.
So from my journey, I would say that which are the things I have experienced and
Hmm.
what are the challenges I have seen, right?
Okay.
So number one challenges what I have seen so far is diversity leadership hiring is one of
Acha.
the challenges I have seen, that like to hire a senior position in diversity role, it's very difficult,
Hmm.
right? So if I have a tool
Hmm.
which is powered by AI, which
Hmm.
can help me to solve that problem, is definitely good for me as a leader or as a recruiter to solve their problem, right? Because
Okay.
there are lots of demand for diversity leader,
Hmm.
but we
Okay.
are not able to fulfill that. So that's
Okay.
number one. Number two, I would say that uh, these days again, in between after COVID, if you see, there has been lots of demand in every company, and because of that there has been lots of offers in it out with everyone, like at least 10, 15 offers people will have.
Hmm.
And because of that there has been lots of offer declines as well.
Okay.
So if the AI can be used to understand, because AI is introduced from starting to end these days, right? So
Hmm.
if AI can understand the how the person is reacting or what kind of responses he or she is giving,
Hmm.
and accordingly if AI recommend us or suggest us, hey, there is a potential of this candidate getting dropped based
Hmm.
on this activity, right? And here are some of the other candidates which you can opt for in case if it's dropped, so that
Hmm.
it saves our time. We know that there is a potential dropout, so we'll parallelly start interview process for other candidates.
Okay. So early warning signal ki हाँ ये it
हाँ
might not go through. अच्छा.
हाँ
Okay.
हाँ हाँ.
Hmm. Similar things we do, but yeah. Continue.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
great.
Yeah.
So last is again like आजकल अगर आप देखो कि Gen Z, they are in all the social media platform,
Okay.
right? And for them everything is in social media,
Hmm.
right? For them everything is like if they want to eat something they will first go and check in social media ki kya trend chal raha hai, right? So
Exactly.
similarly in recruitment or hiring also I would say कि first they go and check what's happening, which company is doing what, and based on that they take a call, right? So for us, if we want to tap a good talent, we
Hmm.
have to be there,
Hmm.
right? And if we have to be there, we have to use AI
Hmm.
to solve that branding solution
Hmm.
फॉर अस, राइट? ताकि जेन जी को हम लोग इजीली कैप्चर कर सके जब भी कोई रिक्वायरमेंट आए.
Okay, okay. Very, very interesting take. So you have covered three things I was noting down. One is the diversity and leadership hiring. One is to reduce offer drop-offs or give an early warning ki हाँ, this might not work out.
Yep.
And capturing of the like the mind share of the Gen Z
Yes.
population. So I think that product will be great. And I will also take some feedback from this. So yeah, uh, great insights, Prafulla. So, Prafulla, I will come to the last question of this segment, which is one key piece of advice or technique which you always rely on in talent acquisition. It can be anything. Like if you want to share some insights into that.
Sure, sure. So, so I always try to be genuine with my candidates, with my stakeholders.
Okay.
So I would definitely share that like communication is a key, and in communication you have to like be open, right? Be genuine because people can sense if you are not genuine, right? And we shouldn't only run to fill the role, right?
Hmm.
It's about someone's career as well, right? So we have to think from all aspect and be a career counselor for people who are looking out for a job. So
Hmm.
that's number one. Again, communication plus be genuine. Number two is me myself have taken multiple risks in my life, right? In terms of jobs, in terms of other things as well. So everyone have to take risk in life,
Hmm.
right? So that's number two. Uh, I have almost like 11 plus years of experience, but still I try to keep learning, and it have helped me to grow from where I belong to where I am today, right?
Okay.
So definitely you have to keep
Continuous learning. Continuous
very
learning.
much learning,
Okay.
and along with that, I would also suggest that do things which make you happy, or
Okay.
so I do things which make me happy because it will like help you to balance things out. Otherwise, like your life will not be balanced.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. exactly. Okay. So next question I would like to ask you is from the audience. So we have Dhananjay from Kochi, who has asked that what are the potential pitfalls in relying heavily on AI for talent acquisition, and how can this be mitigated?
Okay. So before talking about talent acquisition, let me tell you an example, right? Normally, like how AI is being used and what's happening currently.
Hmm.
So earlier when these social media platform were not there,
Hmm.
right? Everyone used to talk with everyone, right?
Yes.
So now once this social media platform like Facebook or Instagram,
Hmm.
so once those are there, no one have the time to interact with each other. Instead of
Hmm.
that, everyone use their own mobile and get involved and getting addicted, right? So that's the example I wanted to share what's happening. But if we come to recruitment side, again, like AI can take a biased decisions as well based on the algorithm who have
Okay.
designed it and all those things. So we have to check whether it's good or not, and accordingly we have to take a call. It's we can't completely rely on AI.
Exactly.
During our call, you have also mentioned about like human touch, that gut feeling.
Hmm.
With AI, it's not possible to have that human touch, right? So from time to time, certain things we can do to automate the things, but on the other hand, we have to have those human touch to understand human intervention as well to get the things done,
Acha. Okay.
right? So next is again like market is changing from time to time, so
Hmm.
it's for everyone we have to keep evolving, but
Hmm.
again constantly evolving can also be difficult sometime.
Hmm.
So that's what, so these are the most number three things I would like to share.
Great, great. So I come to the next section, which is a very interesting section, Prafulla. So this is so we were talking about mostly about recruitment and recruiters and how to work with them. So this is a question which we have put, which is for the candidates or the job seekers.
Okay.
So as a job seeker, as a candidate, and so what skills or qualities should they emphasize on to stand out in an AI driven recruitment process? So, majorly all the processes are AI driven as of now. What skills and kind of they should, or qualities they should emphasize on? So,
Sure.
any thing for the candidates from?
Sure, definitely. I can again give you some of the examples, right?
Uh,
So everyone, if you see in LinkedIn also, if you see everyone, all the big leaders or Bollywood stars like Sunil Shetty and everyone, they are also trying to do their personal branding through lots of articles and by sharing knowledge. If you see different re- developers from big companies like Google or Microsoft, what they are doing, they're just coming, they're trying to sell what. Share the knowledge what they have learned, how they have cracked interviews and
okay.
all those things. So knowledge sharing is very important these days,
Okay. Hmm.
along with personal branding,
Personal branding.
right?
Okay.
So once you share things, then people will start to know you.
Hmm.
So that's number one. Soft skill, I would say, is very important. Soft skill can be storytelling, soft skill can be writing skills. uh, so we can take help of chat gpt to write the things done, right?
Hmm.
How do you tell the story?
And the story. Yes.
You have to yourself, right, while telling the story.
Yes. Yes.
So soft skill is definitely important in terms of telling stories.
Hmm.
In terms of technical skills, for example, for a recruiter or for the candidates, right? If you're a candidate and if you have certain skill, let's say C++ or Java, you should be good with what you are, right? You should learn in and out of those things, and there are multiple platforms to learn those technical skills, right? And AI, you can mention lots of things in resume, but these technical skills, the knowledge which you have, will help you to crack the interviews. So technical skills is very important, I would say. Not
Okay.
for the developers but again for the recruiters also कि क्या काम कर रहे हो उसमें अगर आपको पता नहीं है तो
Hmm.
it's difficult for you to crack interviews as well.
Great. Great. So right now we move on to the last section,
Yeah.
Prafulla. So this is a very interesting section and a very engaging one, which is the rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Okay. So here I will ask question. Whatever comes to your mind first, you have
Sure.
to answer it. Take it. So you can let me know whenever you're ready, so we can start off.
Sure.
So
You can go ahead, Savojit.
ready? Okay. So morning routine, yoga or TV?
TV with my kid.
Okay. Recruitment preference, data driven or instinct based?
Data driven.
Okay. Leadership mantra, mentorship or empowerment?
Mentorship.
Great. Tech innovation on your radar, VR or AI?
AI.
Okay. If you could travel anywhere in the world for 1 year, where would you go?
I will go to my parents' place, like that is Sipsagar.
Acha. Okay. Lovely. Favorite musician?
A.R. Rahman.
Great. Phone status, usually greater than 80% charged or always on low battery?
Greater than 80%, I would say.
Okay, okay, great. So you're quite a meticulous man, Prafulla. Okay, so with that, we come to an end of a very good, insightful discussion. And it was lovely to have you on the show. And thank you so much for taking your time out and sharing those insights with our audience. This will be also sent to all of the folks which are there on the community. Hopefully, you loved it. And thank you so much, Prafulla, for joining in.
Thank you, Savojit, and thank you, Jesse, and thank you all the audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.